teach your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show. So
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Tony X Tony, and don't forget the X. Let's go. So today, I kind of want to do a video a little bit more like, on my deeper side. A lot of the times I'm on here just reacting to stuff, and I'm just trying to have a good time, not really get too much into my personal thoughts and stuff like that. But on occasion, I think it's good to share your thoughts. So bear with me. I'm not the best at expressing my thoughts in a outward way, because mostly I'm doing it inside of my head. All right, how do y'all feel about the idea of loneliness? Because what I've come to find with my own self is that I'm not a lonely person outwardly, but somewhere deep down inside, I still feel like I'm not fully understood by everybody. And it's not to say that nobody's trying to understand who I am, or I'm looking for some type of pity party or something like that. It's really just I'm always kind of reflecting on life type of place. And sometimes I feel like you can overthink life in those ways where you're just thinking about it a little bit too much. And it might be just starting to overwhelm the way that you start to view things, just the way your relationships work with people, the people's intentions, even though somebody might have really good intentions for you, because you're in this lonely place, or inwardly you're reflecting on things that nobody else really is seeing because they can't really be inside of your mind, and you just kind of hope the world will change around what you're thinking. And that's how I kind of express my type of loneliness. But the weird thing about loneliness is I don't think that it works the same for everybody. I think that some people truly do need different types of things to embrace to give them some type of hope to get through life, for me, loneliness is that reflection and just always being in my head. But for the next person, it might be they need more companionship and people that can be around them to support things that they have going on. Or maybe that's a part of everybody's and just different aspects on your personality. I don't know the answer to this. I just think that loneliness is such a complex idea. And I'm about to go see Inside Out 2. I haven't watched it yet, but me and my wife are gonna go watch it. And I can't wait to really see what maybe that movie's talking about and how it explains loneliness, because it could be something that's introspective. It helps me to understand it a little bit more. I know the movie's aimed at children and stuff, but I feel if you can really learn at the level of a child, then you can learn anything, because they always have to learn. And they're just putting on their different thinking caps on their spin on life. And that's one thing that I've always tried to keep, is just that openness of curiosity and trying to make sure that I'm taking in as much as I can from anybody, even if it is a 3-year-old. Because 3-year-olds say the darndest things, and I'm not even just saying that in jest. I'm saying that in the way of 3-year-olds tell the truth no matter what. It's wild. They're never gonna lie, and they're just always gonna keep it 1,000%. And it's just I respect that about them. And I kind of look up to the young kids that have that mindset still. I'm just man, you guys are so brave. It's crazy to still have that kind of mindset. I feel as you start to get older, we get more fearful, because we start to realize the oven's hot, so don't touch it. And I'm not saying obviously a little kid's gonna feel the heat and probably not want to touch it, because their hands are more sensitive by the time it's even gonna touch it. Or some kids, I was one of them kids, I touched the stove and it hurt, and then I was you know what, I'm gonna stay away from the stove moving forward. But what's crazy is some kids are gonna be yo, I'm gonna touch that stove and I'm gonna touch it again, and then they get really good at touching the stove. So then it just automatically starts to just split what your idea of loneliness can be. I don't know why I'm going into this weird philosophical place or something like that, but it's just kind of a thought that I was having, and I was let me just kind of share this with people, see if anybody else relate, or if maybe I'm just one that's out of pocket and I need to go get some help. It could be either of those things, I'm not above that. But yeah, I want to hear what y'all got to say in the comments below if you got any thoughts on it, and kind of tell me what you think about loneliness, or if you feel like a lonely person even though you got a lot of friends, or if you don't have any friends and you don't feel lonely at all. I'm sure there's people out here that just don't even feel that emotion. They're listening to me what are you talking about, bro? Are you just going on this whole emotional diatribe about something that just don't even exist? Go out there, find something to do with yourself and make yourself happy. Like, I'm sure there's some people out there that really think that way. And I think to some degree, I really do in a weird way too. I think that I might be the person that's thinking that, but like, I also have the weird coin of the other side. It's like, I'm comfortable with my loneliness. Like, yo, I'm sitting inside of my whole house talking to the internet that maybe 5 to 10 people might watch this video, and then who knows what happened. You know what I mean? Like, it could be one of them videos that people really like and you guys connect with, and then we just blow it all up together. Who knows? I don't know. But like, all I'm saying is, to me, loneliness is such a construct in the way of like, I feel like I build up my idea of loneliness, and then it's up to me to kind of start understanding why I'm feeling that way, building up certain parts of it, chipping away at other parts of it until it starts to like level out. And that's the goal for me, is to like stay as level as possible, where like I'm getting that emotional connection with people, and I'm also getting that physical connection with people, and I'm also getting the you know, just all of it, the spiritual, all the different aspects that you can from different people, learning different things and just being open-minded, all those different concepts. I feel like all that, if you can learn to keep that as level as possible, you're gonna be as happy as you can be. And I don't think that the idea of loneliness is really gonna exist within you. But if one of those things starts to get out of balance, that's whenever you start to feel everything else start to shift, because it's really hard to balance it back out. So yeah, at least for me. Tell me what y'all think. Anyway, I'm done. Like, comment, subscribe. Show some love. Peace.